Hi there. All right, so in this video, I'm going to walk you through the dispatch tab. Let's click this little arrow down here. And as you can see, there's the dispatch tab. And so this is kind of the overview of this tab. In some of the other videos, we're going to teach you more in depth about how to create new spreadsheets. That's going to help you with managing and managing your loads and your data a little bit better to how you might want to customize it. But today, in this video in particular, I'm going to walk you through the broad strokes of how to manage your dispatch tab, what you can do from it, and even briefly talk about how you can create new loads. So let's get started. We're in the pipeline view, and there's also a list view. The pipeline view, what's nice about it is I can see what's open for my loads, what loads are dispatched, in transit, delivered, payment status, etc. And as you can see from here, I'm looking from the 6th to the 20th. And I also have filters by which I can add conditions, such as if I want to look at a driver and the driver is, I don't know, Tim, and I can look at that and it will filter any of my drivers who are Tim, right? Now, let me get rid of that filter for now. Oh, let's just say delete. There we are. And then save, and it'll pop back up. So that's one feature. If you'll notice that each of these columns, there are 3 dots as well. So if I click this dot right here, it's going to say hide column. So just like that, we've hid one of the columns. Now, how else can we kind of customize the columns or even these labels or these loads? We click these 3 dots here and we can see the pipeline columns. And just as you've seen before, I disabled that payment status column. If I click that, I bring it back. And so I can from here also hide those columns. Now from the pipeline labels, which are in the loads right here, let's say I don't want the reference ID, I just want to see my load number and company name. And just like that, it took it away. And let's see if I took away the company name, boom, I add it back, boom. And here, let's say I don't want the city and state, etc. You guys might kind of see the pattern here. And all these here are in purple. An equipment type, boom. So these are ways I can play around with your dispatch tab, however you might want to see it in the pipeline view. The list view is one way to view it as well in case you have a lot of loads and you want to kind of organize it and view it in a different way. So I can order it by load numbers, by the highest to the lowest ship date, maybe by the companies and customers themselves, pickup dates, whatever it might be. And here you can always edit the loads themselves inside. And this is another way to get into the load. I will show you some more ways as well. And as you can see, there's ways for you to sync. This shows that this is syncing to QuickBooks as well. And there is another video for how you can get that started for yourself as well. But let's go back to the pipeline view, and I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to open a new load. So let's open a new load. And here you have all the different things you have to fill out typically, right? All the different numbers, addresses, etc. But what we're going to do here is we're going to drag this rate confirmation I have on my desktop, and we're going to put it right there. And boom, it autofills all the information for me from load number, reference ID, all those things. Let's just make the start date. I'm going to change this, and I was a bit older. I'm going to change the start date to today, June 13th. And then we'll just check all the other things. So I also want to show that we have this option for tagging. There's another video in our training hub or knowledge hub where you can learn more about creating tags. But if I click Terminal Easy, I remember creating this and I made it a group number of 1000s. So let's check if it's going to show up in my load numbers as 1000s. There you go. And so that is load 1002. And so if you want to learn more about tags, again, check our Knowledge Hub and you can learn more about how to create it and how to change those load IDs into different group numbers. I'm going to now check off my dispatcher, John Smith. I can include any collaborator emails that I want to leave in there for communication, any dispatcher notes. If I want, I can add all of the above, edit here if I need to, check and check, add any of these. Now, here we have options for fuel surcharge, any accessories. We also have your deductions. Here, it calculates miles for you based off Google Maps, but you can also use PC Miller or manually put in those type of calculations. And based off of here, after if you include a discount or not, this is where you find your total amount. So you can fill out the rest, but once you're done, you can click submit. Boom. And just like that, you can see load 102 right there. And I double clicked that load. And so that's also another way you can see it, but just by double clicking it, or you can click this edit pencil and open it up as well. And just like I said before, you can drag these across. You can click this button once it's in transit. Once it's delivered, you can click this button and generate invoice. And with a click of that, it'll show you how to generate an invoice. And if I were to show you payment status, and I drag this over to payment status, whoop, there we go. I can request for a payment there. And so that is a big overview of Dispatch. There's a lot of information there, but again, we have our knowledge hub. So if you have any further kind of detailed questions about the dispatch area, there are more detailed videos about what you can do with dispatching and managing your drivers.